2025, the year ahead. First of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being here during the entire year of 2024. Today is December 28th, 2024. We have 4 more days before the end of the year, but thank you for being here. Thank you for following me. Thank you for sharing, for supporting. We really appreciate your support. And we wish you the best for the coming year. I'm gonna make a video, of course, on January the 1st or December 31st, just to wish you those best wishes for the year ahead. But I want to talk about 2 topics, okay? Remember I said that I'm gonna refrain from talking a lot about this upcoming Trump administration because we don't have anything concrete to discuss. But because this keep coming to the news, and a lot of speculations, I just want to talk a little bit about it and see how it's going to develop after January 20th. Because really, once we get to January 20th, we'll be back here because we'll have something concrete. He's going to be signing executive orders, and those executive orders are going to be challenged in court. Then we'll have something more concrete to discuss, and depending on how it's going to be going. Okay. Number 1, ending birthright citizenship. Okay, this is the thing about ending birthright citizenship. According to the latest immigration news and the news, of course, in general, the upcoming Trump administration has already met up with their legal team to draft everything in order to start this, as they call it, turbocharge citizenship, basically getting it out of people who are already U.S. citizens, basically stripping people away from their citizenship. So they want to start, besides the denaturalization, really, they want to start with an executive order ending birthright citizenship. The way they want this to play out is this. Trump is going to issue an executive order, okay, ending birthright citizenship. And because the right has been given to us by the Constitution, and he knows that with the executive order alone, it's not going to work. So basically, the executive order is going to be like an open door, right? So they're going to have an executive order, basically interpreting that 14th Amendment differently, and that one is going to face challenge in court, and it's going to go to court, and probably they're going to appeal the decision of the court, and it's going to end up to the Supreme Court, United States Supreme Court. And that's how they want the U.S. Supreme Court to decide once and for all how to interpret that provision. Because according to Trump, it doesn't apply to everybody. And they really want to have the Supreme Court decide once and for all for everybody how to interpret that provision of birthright citizenship found in the 14th Amendment, okay? So that's how they want this thing to play out. So the question now becomes, well, really, who are they attacking? So basically what they're trying to say is this. People who are born from parents who are undocumented cannot have U.S. citizenship just by birth. That's just what they don't want. And they don't want anybody who has no U.S. parent because they are born in the U.S. Just because they're born in the U.S., they don't want them to have U.S. citizenship. And of course, those who will be found in that particular category, what they want to do is strip them away from their citizenship, basically take that away from them. So, and how are they going to do it? Executive order And because it's going to be challenged, it's going to be appealed, and it's going to end up in the federal court, and the Supreme Court is going to interpret that provision of the Constitution. And finally, we're going to come up with a last interpretation of it, and then go from there. So because they know that if they go with just amending the Constitution, you're going to need 2/3 of the vote from both the Senate and the House. Could be a lot, could be difficult to accomplish. So that's the route they want to take. So basically, that's the discussion that's going on the internet everywhere. 2025, yeah, the year ahead of us, that's what we're waiting for, okay? So, number 2, mass deportations, okay? Mass deportations, basically, the way they want to go about it is just simple, the way Obama went about it. Well, of course, priorities, because they're just not going to get everybody at once. It's technically impossible, okay? Let's just be honest and let's just face it. But how are they going to do it? First of all, people who are already incarcerated for crimes and happen to be undocumented, they will, after serving their times in jail or prison, they will be deported, period. Okay? So, of course, there is a procedure for it, but they will be deported. Then, people with existing order of removal. Why? Because those people have already been order removed, but because they have, existing order of removal, so it's pretty much easy to go after them because they already went to the court system. You know what I mean? And if you haven't changed the address is the same. It's pretty much easy to locate that person and to deport them because they've already been order removed. And 3, recent arrivals, that's going to be expedited removal. Expedited removal is when an officer just order you removed without the full procedure of the immigration court. So basically, after they find out that you don't have credible fear of persecution, then you just order removed from at the border, and just pretty much ending asylum. We have 2 asylum bans, right? We have the one that Biden came up in 2023, I believe sometime in May 2023, and we have another one that came in 2024. We already have 2 asylum bans at the border, which makes it difficult to actually qualify for asylum. That's why if you are coming from the border, you have, after you get permission to enter, or they release you or anything like that, you still have to go through the full assessment with your lawyer, full screening, to know whether or not you even qualify for asylum, because most people don't, even if they are inside. But you might be qualified for CAT or withholding of removal because of those 2 asylum bans. But what Trump's going to do while they're dealing with those mass deportations here, they're just going to ban asylum and go back to the remain in Mexico policy. Remember, stay in Mexico until your asylum case has been adjudicated. Then, if you win, then you come here. So it's just going to go back to it and then just really stop asylum at the border. And again, 2025, the year ahead of us, something to, think about. What else? I talked about 2 things, right? Those are the major things that are going on in the news. And another thing that's going on in the news too, like they want to end H-1B visas. And there's a lot of drama around MAGA supporters, Elon Musk and stuff like that. I mean, you can follow the news, you listen about it. But H-1B visa is for highly skilled individuals that cannot be found here. That's why they have to import them from other countries. I don't think that's gonna be stopped easily, because even Trump himself said that he's going to give people the green card after they graduate from college. So that's kind of like contradict his own, mission or, campaign promises, right? So one of his campaign promises. So those are the three things ahead of us. Immigration is just going to be, especially the first month, the second month, the third month, it's just going to be difficult, challenging, but we've been there before. Remember 1.0, now it's 2.0. I mean, we can just go through it with, I believe, a lot of grace and hope, and meet the challenges that are ahead of us. I've made a lot of videos as far as deportations are concerned. What can you do? Can you really do something? How can you approach it? Stuff like that. You can go and revisit those videos, and if you need me to make another one, just please comment in the section so we can do it. But again, we don't want to speculate too much. We just want to wait until after basically on January 20th, once he starts signing those executive orders, and then we will see the evolution of it and the challenges that he will face in court too, you know what I mean? And the challenges that we are going to be facing as far as immigration is concerned. But meanwhile, if you can file a PD request, my friend, especially in the Baltimore area, they are responding like fast, like never before. You file your PD request, if you have a ground to get a dismissal, you get it, you know what I mean? But at least you have your response, because they are doing it within, I've seen another one within 48 hours. I've seen within 2 weeks. I've seen maximum you wait for this area here is 2 weeks. And January 20th is far ahead. So you still have the 2 weeks in between to get a decision on a PD request. Don't forget to do it. You can, if you need help, we're here to do it. Consultation link again in the description box. Until next time, bye-bye.